talking like we always talk, and then it turns into a thing.
The goal of crypto, I thought, was to replace money, not become a new 401k, which is what it's basically been turned into.
Well, you can do whatever. I'm just saying, like, for
No, it
me,
was to replace the USD, David, is what I'm saying. I
yeah,
thought that
which
the point of
well,
crypto
people put their
was
money
that
in
it
bank
was
accounts, right?
decentralized currency so that it wasn't um, victim to the very same things that plague gold as well as like real current, like a petrodollar or something else. It's to play like to hedge against inflation, to control the amount of monetary value because there's only so much Bitcoin and things of that nature. Not so that we just build it into storage facilities to charge cars with on backup power and use it as a way to like have
Mm.
digital gold tokens that we hold as value and use it as basically a retirement investment account instead of a replacement of the decentralization idea
Well,
that it was supposed to be. Like the
yeah,
idea was a decentralized currency through a digital currency that was trackable and an open AI algorithm that everybody would be able to see at all times
I
that is unchangeable, not turn it into another Roth IRA stock option on
Ryan, I
Robinhood.
Ryan, I see what you're saying, but if you think about it, we're just doing the same thing with
Same thing
crypto
with
that we
money.
do with money. Like, you invest money into an
Oh, fuck.
right? It's like
I
the same it's
so
the same thing.
we just made a new bank? Is that what you're fucking telling me?
Well, there's
We just made
there's
a new bank.
there's
Crypto is a bank. It's a fucking
well,
bank.
there's
This goes back
thousands
to
of
what I said.
but
Yeah,
there's
why,
thousands of
when's
currencies.
individual banking coming? I want Bank of Ryan. God damn it!
Well, then make a coin.
I am the coin.
No, crypto is like anything. I mean, it really is anything you want it to be. You can use it currently as a currency for a lot of things. Um, and so much so, not only can you use the crypto, but it's become even easier where you can just get like basically a debit card that's tied to your crypto
But is
account.
that the banks imploding crypto because they hijacked crypto, David? Like during the pandemic when people made money on crypto, was that when they actually like basically took the wheels off crypto as being actual alternative to the centralization of currencies and banking in general?
I think that's part of the oversight of the crypto community is that they assume because it has historically been decentralized that it will always be decentralized. And
It's
as
centralized
everybody
now. It's literally centralized. You either have Bitcoin, a whole Bitcoin or more, or you have
yeah,
partial Bitcoins. That's
yeah, but it's
literally
not centralized in the
the
same senses. But it's that doesn't mean it's not going to be in the future. I mean, as governments wise up to everything, of course they're going to hop on the crypto train. Actually,
but it's
Trump
centralized enough to hold value. How the fuck is that not centralized?
well, centralized is in what sense though? Like when you talk about centralized like banking, what are we referring to?
Alright, well, the interest now that I think about this, would it be better to have a bunch of low value currencies or one mega currency that everything's based off of in general as a principle?
There has
Like,
there has to be
there
there
has to
has
be
to
a
be a
hierarchy. There's gotta be a gold
well, there
right?
has to be a
Yeah.
baseline first of all. And what is the baseline supposed to be? You know what the answer to this is?
'Cause that's really, like, the thing about the individual, like, me paying like, what is my value of crypto gonna be based on? My fucking salary? You know what I
You know
mean?
what?
So,
Do you
like,
know on all seriousness what the baseline of all currency is?
gold.
It's old. It's oil.
Well, technically crude oil, yeah.
Gold Gold is like the historical. The thing with gold that's nice is it always hedges against inflation. Now the problem is
Does it hedge
everyone.
against inflation? Because the value of gold hasn't changed, it's just value has changed based on inflation?
Well, like historically, like if you look at gold prices, it has matched inflation. So as
Dave Ramsey
inflation gets
says if you
crazier,
adjust for inflation, gold is worth the same it was worth during the time of Rome.
yes.
Gold actually hasn't gained or lost any actual value. It's just literally
I don't
been
know how
able
far you might be right. I don't know how far back that goes, but I do know certainly as far back as the gold standard, gold absolutely as everyone thinks it's grown in value, it really hasn't. It's just
it's
hedged
just
against inflation at the same rate.
gold has stayed the same value that gold has always held the value of gold and will always be the value of gold. We just equate it to a different dollar
Yes.
value. That's what it means against hedge against inflation. That
The funny
gold will
thing about
still be the value of gold tomorrow.
yeah, and the funny thing about gold is the whole reason we got off the standard is because we basically got caught lying about our amount of
How
gold.
much gold we hit?
Yeah, we totally got shitloads of gold. Okay, can we see?
Can we see
No.
it? Yeah,
No, actually,
no.
we don't use gold anymore.
There's gold right here, dude. Look at
No,
the
actually,
brick.
we
We
don't
got
like
the
gold.
Reagan's holding
Yeah.
bricks of gold up. Look at all the gold we
Yeah, we
got,
can't do
dude.
gold anymore. Actually, we're just gonna go
Shit's
off of
not even
how
real
powerful
gold.
our country is.
Dude, if they lied about 9/11 and the moon landing, dude, they didn't have any gold ever. It was probably stolen 100 years ago, and they just put fucking
Well, that's
styrofoam blocks painted gold like and was like, "Yeah,
partially
this is the American gold right here. This has got the stamp of the eagle, 24
partially
karat
that's what
ignace."
would be so funny about auditing, Fort Knox.
To
Is
see how
because
much fake shit
allegedly
is in
there
there.
yeah, allegedly there's shitloads of gold in there. Someone knows what's in Fort Knox. Like, I don't know why we were talking about audit like, someone fucking there has to be a Snowden, some like
Wouldn't
a
it be
s
crazy if there isn't though? That they're just like, "Eh, it's off." Like the
like,
shit's been in
no
there.
one knows, like, the
Oh, dude,
president's not allowed someone has to have been
hold on.
in there.
We are old enough, David, that like people can be employed there and have never opened a door. Could you imagine like a door? This
Well, su
door's been sealed since World War II and
sure,
nobody's
there's that,
opened.
like, extreme compartmentalization, right? And it's plausible deniability and all that stuff. Sure, there
You
could be, like,
literally
a
you have to cut
janitor
the
and
door open with a lightsaber and it's behind a fucking 3-digit pin. You gotta press your dick imprint to open the door. And behind it is like the Ark of the Covenant. It's like, yeah, this door hasn't been opened since Hitler was alive.
they would never let me, but if I ever became president, like, one of the first things I'd wanna do is go inside Fort Knox.
I want to know like when you get stopped as a president. You know, like I want to know like is it the top 80% of shit I know and I just can't know the 20% or like do I really get way the fuck up there?
Oh, do you mean oh, like, while you're president? So, I think
Yeah,
that's an
yeah.
interesting
Like
question, like,
what
what do we know now is an interesting question, like, do we know 40%? Do we know 80%? Do we know 95%? Do we know way more than we think we know? Do we know 10%? Like, is there, like,
yeah, like
secret alien
does what we
societies? Like,
yeah,
how
yeah,
deep
yeah.
does this go?
Yeah, yeah. And then like where is the president in compartmentalization? If he's the most powerful man on earth but is still like getting puppeted by people, the men in the black suits as Putin said.
Yeah, how do you get to the black suit status?
Yeah, like how do I get a suit? I mean, they had a movie called Men in Black, right? Like they literally showed you that like this could be like
And they literally erased your memory.
literally erased your memory, like Ariana Grande talks about memory doctor or whatever the fuck. Did you ever see that shit? Her getting handled? Have you seen this?
No.
Dude, I love that we occupy different spots of the internet. It's great.
What do you mean?
Ariana Grande, you remember how Britney Spears? Did you do the follow Britney thing? Did you follow any of that?
Oh my god, barely.
Oh, dude, the fall. Look, I didn't care about Free Britney, right, for years as it was going on. I heard from my younger sister, not that she was around for Britney Spears, but she was like, "Yo, some shit's going crazy with Britney Spears on the internet." I was like, "What's going on?" She's like, "She's being fucking handled, and people are trying to save her." I was like, "How are they
Didn't
trying to
she was
save
doing
her?"
those super, like, awkward videos? She was doing the weird, like,
I know,
when she was, like
I know, but people started putting in the comments, David, that like next time put a banana in the foreground or wear like a peach shirt or something if you need help. And then like people would put that in the comments and it'd be like, yo, thumbs up this so Brittany sees it. And then like 1,000 people, tens of thousands of people or whatever it was, would be liking the fucking post. And then the next video she releases, she's doing the thing they all liked the comment of. Right. So
oh,
people
see,
are
that's
like,
messed up
dude,
because, like
this is fucking this bitch is yo, like eat a banana. One of them I think was like eat a banana. And she literally like, "Hi guys, how are you today? I'm really good." Eat
that's
like
super
it's so
fucked up because, like, if it was me, I'd borderline wanna do it as a joke.
you dude, you gotta think
Yeah.
how many fucking comments does a Britney Spears video get,
Oh,
especially when she's
fucking
losing her fucking
sure.
mind.
Yeah.
Britney Spears been losing her shit since the 2000s. So
The
like
head shave episode for sure.
yeah, crazy. That was crazy. I was like 9
You know what's
or
crazy about
child.
that whole
She was so
situation?
hot too back then.
If
I
I
was like,
remember
"Wait, this bitch
vaguely,
shaved her head?"
there was, like, the conservatorship thing with her dad, right? And, like, didn't she end up
Yes,
winning
that's what
that?
it was all about, her being handled and he's preventing her from leaving the thing, and it was the internet that got her the trial to get her in front of a judge that let her go, and then she went crazy again,
I
so,
was gonna say, so maybe it was better when she was handled. Like,
I
maybe
don't
she was being handled for a reason. She was
look,
probably being
something
handled because she was fucking insane on her own.
I'm gonna tell you something right
Is
now,
that
if the
not a
person if the person is crazy enough, David, they are gonna just you gotta let them go. I'm not saying just fucking trust them with knives and swords and shit, but, like, I don't dude, I don't really know. I don't really know. I don't really know. I don't know what we're supposed to do, but, like,
I'm glad you
that being
opened with
said
that.
Ariana
because
Grande, is the next one potentially handled, and she has talked about, memory deletion doctor somewhere in Beverly Hills, California.
what the fuck?
So,
She said this?
yeah, David. She went to a memory doctor, and they helped her
She
get over
said
trauma
she went
by
to a oh,
got
ooh,
over trauma by erasing memories. That's what she said, not
that's
me,
like
David.
CIA shit. That's like
Sounds like
Operation
Operation
Chaos or whatever the fuck.
Operation fucking it sounds like MK Ultra.
Um, I'm glad you started with that though, because I want to talk about Trump today. I feel like this has been
Are we
obvious.
suspending the Constitution? I keep hearing that the Minneapolis thing is now a Second Amendment argument from liberals.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
so happy I don't wait to learn anything till our own program. It's really
we're gonna get into all this
wonderful.
stuff, but I just I want to set this episode with the premise,
I
and
swear to God, dude, if liberals start coming out in mass calling for armed
was it?
revolution,
Well,
I have done my job as an American.
they're not going that far. We'll get into it. But
I've
hold on,
done my job as
hold on,
American.
because I want to set the premise for this whole episode that we every time we talk about something, I want you to look back at what we're talking about and think, how
What would
obvious is it that President Trump is compromised? He's being handled, right? Like that's why I like how you open that. And by
because
the way,
obviously by design, David,
we completely don't plan stuff. That's just
my
how it works.
phone is actually a teleprompter as well as the 4K quality camera that everybody has. In my one headphone, David is actually speaking his lines into me telepathically.
And if we have time, I have two clips, and it's borderline hilarious misogyny. Um,
Oh, we
well,
have to make time for misogyny.
let's talk about Trump compromised part one. Um, Steven Crowder interviewed Nick Sorter, and he had
Compromised.
yeah,
The dude
it's
hijacked
so
he
obvious.
blacked out a whole country and kidnapped their president and killed him with
No
microwaves.
new wars. All peace, President. Just listen to what Nick Sorter has to say. This is very interesting.
One of the stories that I've unfortunately been hearing this morning is that Border Patrol agents have now been given new orders not to, for example, if they were to run a license plate and they would come
Can you
back
pause
as
it?
that person is an illegal.
Crowder, don't please, dude. Please, for the love of God, never shave again.
He does it frequently, I think.
I just don't wanna see his chin again. I just not a fan. Last time I seen Crowder, he was the fucking lumberjack, and then he looks like he's trying to grow a stash out like you, Dave. Is that what he's got going on there? I know this is not the political
He
breakdown we
no,
needed right now,
he
but
yeah. He did the stash before though. It's pretty solid.
alright, alright. The Whisker Biscuit. I do
That
remember
Border
the Crowder
Patrol was
Whisker
forced
Biscuit.
to let into the country under Joe Biden. They are no longer allowed to arrest that person.
And is this the
even though
first
they
time?
know for a fact that they're illegal.
Is this new information that you're just bringing to light right now? That these new
Yes.
orders? Okay. And I don't want you to reveal your sources, but you have someone who you trust on this. You believe this is a matter of official, actual approach and policy now.
This actually came from two separate Border Patrol agents on the ground in Minnesota. They're very, very frustrated. Obviously, they feel like one of them actually said that this feels like we just reverted to the Biden days.
So we're not arresting illegals anymore?
No.
Is it because
So,
people are picking up flashbang grenades and blowing off their index fingers?
they didn't get into why, but we're just not.
I just want to say for that lady that lost her hand or however bad I didn't follow. I seen the video. It was enough for me to like I'm off the internet. Once I seen that yesterday, I literally got off the internet. I didn't go on after that. But I give her a lot of credit for actually picking up a flashbang. Like the idea that you would like grab a grenade is kind of gnarly.
Um,
It's like
well,
really gnarly.
you could look at it two ways, and I've always said that the line is extremely thin and blurry between bravery and retardation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
you
don't
can
know
look
if
at
I'm
it either
like
way. She's
ever
either
picking
super
a grenade.
brave or completely retarded.
Well, I don't know if I'm ever picking up a grenade. I might jump on the thing if it's gonna kill everybody, but
Yeah,
like,
I'm not because I'm not retarded.
yeah, I don't know if I'm picking up a grenade. Like, as gnarly as that is, like you, dude, you grew some balls as well as lost your hand in the same day. But like, I think
You,
she probably didn't play enough Call of Duty, David, to understand that like you don't touch grenades.
I wouldn't personally touch one. Although
I
some of
can't
those
imagine
games,
what that would do to your fucking hand.
if I remember
dude.
correctly, some of those games you can pick them up and throw them back, and that's probably where she learned it from.
The throwing knife was my favorite thing in Call of Duty. Just come around a corner and just fucking. You imagine you're fucking all kitted out like a GI Joe, and a dude is throwing a knife at you. Oh God. So we're not pulling over illegals that have license plates that were let into the country under the era of Joe Biden.
Yeah, I mean, if we have pretty reasonable suspicion that they're an illegal immigrant, we're gonna let that one go, unless they're violent criminals, I suppose.
So why did we shoot the lady in the face the other day?
Well, she was impeding lawful orders, right? Right? Isn't that what they said?
I don't really call her a fucking bitch after. I don't really know. What about the guy that got assassinated yesterday?
I will say
that
to
double
that.
homicide himself in the back of the head with a horse-drawn revolver.
Well, we can we can talk about that guy too, because Trump had some words for him. I will say, if you do try to hit me with a car and I shoot you, I'm probably going to call you a bitch too. Here is Donald Trump.
He's probably talking to the car anyways.
President of the United States of our country. Talking about the man you just referred to.
Assessment from some of your own officials that Alex Preddy is a domestic terrorist or an assassin.
Well, I haven't heard that, but certainly he shouldn't have been carrying a gun. But hey, look, bottom line, everybody in this room, we view that as a very unfortunate incident. Okay, right. Everyone, right. Unless right. you're a stupid person, very, very unfortunate incident. I don't like that he had a gun. I don't like that he had 2 fully loaded magazines. That's a lot of bad stuff. And despite that, I say that's a very unfortunate.
Did he draw the weapon?
That is where the debate is held. Now, we watched the video.
Did the guy actually draw the weapon? And what is it? With intent or something is the legal term. Intent of violence, or what is it when they do the officer thing? Because they use different language because they're fucking protected. Unless intent is the word and I'm mixing it all. The point is, did he brandish a weapon? Or I don't understand the point of the gun here. Did the cops just shoot him because did we get an official story yet? We're still waiting.
The official story from the DHS is that he had a firearm. He had 2 loaded magazines, which meant he clearly wanted to, and no ID, of course.
He's supposed to leave the house with empty magazines?
Yeah, there he was.
I have a concealed carry to protect myself in America.
Yeah,
I'm supposed to
he was
leave.
looking 2
Do I put the bullets in my
Ryan,
pocket?
Ryan, 2 full magazines. You're clearly looking to massacre people. I mean, each one of those can hold, what, 9, 10 rounds?
Dave, I thought mass shootings only happen with black AR-15 style long rifles.
The official story, I think I read yesterday from the Department of Homeland Security, but the official story was he went there with intent to kill, as proven by the fact he had a firearm and 2 magazines and no ID, Ryan. So clearly he was there to perform a massacre, even though he didn't just go there and just pull out his gun and start shooting everybody. It was taken after he helped the woman off the ground, got pepper sprayed, got wrestled to the ground. One of the agents disarmed him. By the way, great job. That's what you're supposed to do. Then somebody yelled gun. Then he got shot. So, this is from the video that I saw 2 different angles of the same video. And to me, I don't see at any point where he's reaching for his gun. And by the way, I will say this. If I had 4, 5 people, I don't care if they're ICE agents, police officers, or people on the street. If 4 or 5 people start kicking the shit out of me and I have a gun, I'm going to try to defend myself.
Every time.
Every time. I'm not going to let you kick the shit out of me.
It's literally why I have a gun.
Which is my point. I think he went there knowing it could get dangerous, brought a gun for defense, because clearly, to me, he did not seem like he was going to just start massacring people.
People are getting shot in the head there. Right, because this is all in Minneapolis after that woman was shot in the car. These are now the protest riots to ICE, and ICE is now just doubling down by assassinating the people that are protesting
Right,
the
in what my
violence and
opinion was a
brutality.
way worse situation.
So they have taken a fire, poured gas right on top of it, and be like, "Why are we getting burned?"
Poured gas on it and then put,
And
like, one
then
of those
lit another
big
fire.
industrial fans, like, to really oxygenate it. Not a great.
They
Now,
poured gas on the fire and then threw propane tanks in there.
and the problem is nobody's trying to de-escalate. The governor of the state's like, "Well, I'll just send in the National Guard and we'll have a civil war." Yep, that'll definitely fix it.
They're definitely gonna help. And that will
We're
federalize the entire state, and we'll have the federal government take one of the states, David. So we'll just have Cosmitatis or whatever, and the 10th Amendment will be null and void. So I'm not gonna be able to carry a gun. So the Second Amendment's null and void. And because the Second Amendment's null and void, all of the other amendments now become null and void by default because I can't protect my rights because I don't have a defense for my rights
I don't
against
love the
tyrants.
president of our country openly saying to a group of people, "Well, he shouldn't have had a gun." Don't like that. Like you don't like that.
David, do we believe as like a community here that people don't generally understand why there is a Second Amendment? Like, and I mean this as people that come from the right wing sphere,
I
because
would
it
hope
seems
they
that
more than anybody understand why.
I know, but it seems like we're just at this point that people like them because they're cool and you could kill people. Like, I don't actually think. And for all the patriots out there that say it's to defend myself against the government, okay, what does that mean?
It well, here's the thing. It is, I think clearly. The
I just
problem
mean, do
is,
they understand the political psychology behind? Like, do
well,
you understand why it's a check to power? Like, do people actually fucking, because obviously Trump doesn't, right? Which is why he says some retarded shit like this. But like,
here's the problem.
or you just are compromised, David, back to your point. I'm sorry, I'll shut up.
Here's the problem. If it is a check to government, it is for defense against tyranny, right? That's all those things. The problem is because we're politicized, when we see somebody checking government overreach, we get mad and say you shouldn't have had a gun at the protest.
Yeah. Can you even check government overreach, right? Back
No,
further to
because you
your
get
point.
executed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like
You can't
if the
even
government
protest.
overreaches, starts kicking the shit out of me, and I reach for a gun, now I get executed.
See, and now we're in this weird space for me, David, once again, coming from political protest. I literally went out there, not cut my teeth, like I'm in the fucking politics, but as far as like trying to go out there, I was a protester, right? And the people I protested with were always be like, well, fuck the cops if they stop our protest. And now I'm seeing those very same people applaud ICE murdering people.
Well, as long as you don't tear up the lawn.
I will bring my own grass seed, David. I'm tired of hearing about this law. That was so great. I'd fucking go down. Literally went down in state history, but whatever. But yeah, the same people that were like, they're like, yeah, well, don't pick up a flashbang grenade. It's like, do you realize that they're protesting like federal government overreach? Like, I feel like, David, I don't know, are we like the only Republican sided? I don't even know. Fuck government. We're Americans. That's right. Are we the only Americans that are like, I don't know if like this is okay. Like,
No.
really, like David, to your point about the first situation was way worse. That one I might side with the cops on. You know what I mean? But now that you shot this guy yesterday, I don't care. I really like you
I
are
mean,
you're active, and the president, Mr. President, I got you elected, you idiot. Now I'm seeing how you view it because it's a person on the other side of the political aisle, which I was always told, right, back to protesting, that when I'm out there protesting, it's for everybody's rights, right?
mhm.
Because in theory, First Amendment's fucking everything is gender neutral and fluid. People, it's all fucking race, color, and creed in America. Okay, cool, but nobody on the right that I'm seeing, at least, David, that I know, and I'm saying this me personally, and that's why I'm asking you because you're closer to the political shit online. Me, my family, my friends, I'm seeing on social media discussing all this. They're siding with ICE when I feel like we should not be siding with ICE. When I'm seeing what you like, I watched you murder a guy. It don't even matter that he had a gun. You murdered a guy.
Mhm.
because he was protesting you murdering somebody. Whether or not he did or didn't actually don't even fucking matter anymore. I think we're just on like, we're not in Twilight Zone anymore. And like the people that I think should look at this more rational, which would be the liberty loving minding people that would be like, wait a minute, he was shot because he had a gun, but I have the right to carry a gun and I have a right to protest.
So
I'm a
can you do two rights at once, Ryan, or is that rights overload? Too many
well,
rights. That's
well.
dangerous.
If you ask Andrew,
Now you don't have
Andrew
a Fourth
Cuomo,
Amendment because you use too many rights at once.
well, David, loopholes with gun hole free zones. Most places that people go to protest, at least in my state, are political places like state assemblies and such, and those are gun free zones for citizens. So no, I can't go and legally protest while armed in the state of New York. In most times, I can walk around on the street.
Well, at
on the
least Kathy
sidewalk with
Hochul
a
is
firearm.
showing everybody how to shovel. That's what's really important.
Oh my god, I fucking. She's trying
Dude, that
so
video
hard to
is
get
so good.
reelected.
That
I
video
saw
is
3 seconds of it, and I was just
oh my,
like, I'm
that's all
good.
you need to see. That video is why
Yes.
men built the world, because that's what it
Ye-
looks like when women shovel.
Imagine how long a bridge would take if that's what I had it like. Just pull the wire. I'm trying.
Dude,
Like,
if she had to
it's
shovel her
only
sidewalk,
350.
it would take
For
an
the
entire
record,
term for her
for
to
the
shovel a
record,
sidewalk.
David, I know this personally. Okay, Kathy Hochul, after signing all electric
Is a
gas and
bitch.
everything, after signing all electric and all new builds, she had an HVAC company go out to her house and pipe 2-inch natural gas pipe into her house, meaning her entire house is heated by gas.
Hell yeah.
And one of the things that is heated by gas, David, is her entire sidewalk and driveway to her house is
Well,
heated.
with
So she
shoveling
does
like that was a good call.
she doesn't even shovel. She just flips a light switch. She sets probably a temperature knob on her parking lot.
You know, we
And
were
goes out
really
there and there's
close
no ice.
to putting
Yes, you
heated floors in our bathroom.
fuck yeah, dude. I'm a big heated floor guy.
Yeah, I don't know how much better it is, but I guess it is pretty good.
The Amazon warehouse that they just built up here in Niagara Falls area, it's fucking
Yeah.
massive. It's like if you took a Walmart supercenter, took another one, and put it on top of it. It's literally that big, dude. It's like 2 Walmarts tall. Like the biggest Walmart you could imagine. Stack another one on top of it. It might even be bigger than that. But that thing is like the entire factory floor on every floor is heated with electrical. It's a heated floor and it's radiant heated. And they use like, I don't know how many miles, 50 miles of copper wire or something crazy in the floor.
Ryan, compromise Trump.
Oh, I'm
Compromise
sorry,
Trump.
dude. I'm fucking squirreling today, dude.
I just got to bring it back sometimes.
I'm just tucked
I
in, dude.
have a clip for you. Try not to squirrel. It's a little longer, and just listen what Thomas Massey has to say about Trump's attempts to get him out of office.
He describes some of the other things they do that you don't see. 3 of my consultants have quit, like on my campaign, and all 3 for the same reason. And I don't blame them. I'm not even mad at them. If I were in their shoes, I'd probably quit too. They were told that your other 3 clients will fire you, or sorry, your other 30 clients will fire you if you keep working for Massey. And so they make it hard to basically to hire the people. Then and for everyone that quit, okay, you go out and you interview 10 people to replace them, and they all tell you the same thing: I can't work for you, or I'll lose all my other clients. So it's like it's a mafia in the consultant world. By the way, I really love the consultants I got now because they're the ones who said, "Screw you, I'm going to work for Massey because I believe in what he's doing, and I'm good enough at my job. I'll go find some other clients if your clowns fire me." Okay, so good for them. The other thing they do is, so, I told you I may have told you this, maybe I didn't. I've got 15,000 donors across the United States. My average donation is $80. Is that because I don't want millionaires to give to a super PAC and to help me? No, hell no. I'll take all the help I can get. The
Oh
problem
yeah,
is
dude. Rush on for sale.
degree of success where you have a $1 million disposable income. You probably can't afford to tick off this administration, or they will come at your business. And I'm not talking about IRS audits. Like it's bigger than that. You won't get the permits you need. to do the business. You're foreign when you try to do business overseas. That'll get interfered with. So they intimidate. They can't intimidate my $80 donors, right? There's too many of them. But there are, and really over the MAGA split and on foreign policy, there are people of great means. I'm talking about extraordinary means who could put money in my race and post up against the Israel First billionaires. But they're staying on the sidelines because their business will get ruined. They won't be invited to the parties, the A-list parties, and all that goes away. So that's another part of what happens behind the scenes.
So why at the end of the Declaration of Independence it says that we pledge our lives, our fortune, and our sacred honor, because that's what you got to give up. You got to give up being a millionaire. You got to give up all your friends. You got to give up your Ferraris.
Family.
You got to give them up.
Pick three
Nick
things. Right?
Fuentes. Nick Fuentes says he won't have children. He will gladly die without having children to make his country a better place. George
That's
Washington,
picking-
for the
that's
record,
picking three
people.
things.
Oh, that's picking three things. For the record, George Washington didn't have any children. So, not that he's the new George Washington.
Yeah, but
in the
Jefferson had like
refounders.
100, didn't he?
They were all black, obviously.
They're all illegitimate.
All illegitimate. And
I hate them blacks. How come you have like 48 half biracial kids? Oh,
like, dude, I thought you were like against slavery. It's not slavery if you fuck them.
Jefferson fucking ruled.
Yo, imagine being rich, a hypocrite, and having 100 children.
Dude, Thomas Massey, he is the one I consistently say, like, he is in that small group of people that I actually think are there with good intentions, but it's a small fucking group. I'm a fan. He
Well,
rocks.
clearly, David, it's a small group because, it's just nobody has morals, David. Nobody has morals, David. Nobody wants to fight for freedom, David. It's too hard. You just get blackballed. You just get
it's too easy to go the other way.
Oh yeah. So
actually, fighting for freedom isn't all that hard. It's just how easy it is to fight against it.
It's easier to fight against freedom than for it, David.
You know what?
Freedom isn't free, David. Freedom.
In all seriousness, like for me, you know what's harder than that though is like sleeping at night if I'm fighting against freedom. I don't know how these fucking people do it. There's not enough money in the world. There's not enough.
That's why they're all drunks and alcoholics and addicted to prostitutes and strip clubs and gambling, and they beat their wives. And when the devil runs the world, everything's upside down.
We talked about TikTok. It's been purchased recently by, was it Oracle? I think we've looked this up a couple times, and I have bad memory. Oracle.
I don't quite remember, but I do remember it came bought.
Well, weirdly enough now, TikTok apparently has been having some issues with people using the word Epstein in direct messages. I don't know how true this is. This is just a rumor, but I suppose I could.
Must be a problem. Like you can't say Epstein.
Yeah, let me see if I can. I think I still have TikTok, right? Let's see if I can just send you a message and say Epstein. Is that a thing?
You want me to check my TikTok that if you send me a message,
I don't know if you have to check it. I just want to see. I'm just going to say, do you think Epstein and Trump were tied together secretly? I'm just asking questions, Ryan. It could be completely bullshit. I don't know.
Do you think Epstein and Trump were tied together?
Do I think so?
I don't know. That's what you just sent me, right? Do you think Epstein and Trump were tied together secretly?
There you go. Did it go through?
Yeah, I got it.
Perfect. It's bullshit. There, research. Get her up. How do you sleep at night stealing freedom from immigrants is a fucking wild phrase.
Get her up. How do you sleep at night knowing that you sit while you urinate?
Stealing freedom from immigrants is
I don't think
fucking
immigrants
crazy.
get freedom if you're here illegally.
Like, how do you sleep at night? Like a guy just breaks
didn't we
and
ar-
enters into your house, and it's like, how do you sleep at night calling the cops on that guy?
Didn't we talk about this with Dr. Mike Tremont that they do actually have freedom even though they shouldn't because they're illegal, and we kind of triggered them.
Sure. Well, he didn't like that take, but
Yeah, we definitely were like, I don't think you
Here's the
have
thing.
rights unless you're an American citizen in
and
America.
and here's the thing for Dr. Mike Tremont. I have complete respect for the fact that he came at it from like a completely empathetical standpoint, which I fully understand, I fully respect, and I fully agree with, by the way. If I lived in a shithole country and I had a chance to come here legally or illegally, you better fucking believe I'm taking it. With that said,
I'm definitely coming here illegally. If I
sure,
had to.
100%. I agree with
100%.
him. 100%. I'm going to
100%.
come here legally. I don't care.
Every
I would
time.
rather come here legally than be in my shitty country. 100% agree with Dr. Mike Tremont on that.
Every time.
The
I want
problem
Levi's
is-
and blonde hair. Yeah.
The problem is coming at it from my standpoint. Like, we have to acknowledge both sides if we're going to have a good faith discussion. I don't want them coming here legally. I don't want them here. In fact, I want our immigration system to be an I pick system. I pick who's coming here. Not you want to come here. Of course, you want to come here. Everyone wants to come here. The best country in the world. Obviously, you want to come here. I'm going to pick who comes here. I don't care if you want to. That's completely reasonable.
It's actually interesting you brought this up, David. I went down a balls deep rabbit hole with ChatGPT in my family ancestry.
Ukraine. Was it Ukraine?
Austria, Hungary, David. But if you look, it was a border between Poland, Ukraine, Austria, and Russia. Is actually what if you were to look at the gene pool, that's what we're dealing with. And so I like looked up like what is this type of the area, like what do these people do, like how the fuck did my family come here? And because I never like heard the story of like, yes, we took like a loan, we were indentured servants. I never heard nothing like that. My family
Well, I know you
have,
didn't
like,
swim here. That's a far
an
you would
origin.
never make it.
Well, they're also, we use too cold. We walk across the Arctic Circle.
What, you fucking came here during Pangea? What the fuck?
So my family they settled in Pennsylvania. A lot of them when they came, and then they moved up here into Buffalo. So they came in through Ellis Island, then went down to Pennsylvania. But they were skilled labor. And my family, the area of the world that they come from, there was no serfs. They were not slaves. They were not. If they were technical peasants if you looked at it, but they were like if I were to send you a picture of where it was, it would be like fucking frozen. Like during the winter, it would literally just be all ice, like what we got. But it's all just in the middle of nowhere. And they all just were like building shit and fucking killing shit and building houses. And they were tradesmen and they came here and probably worked in the factories or whatever. But they took them because they were skilled. My ancestors could do shit with their hands. But even historically, that area of the world, there wasn't kings. All these people were like autonomous. They didn't even have like local lords. There was just like they were just fucking like common law peasants that figured it out and worked together. And I say all that to say like, you talk about like the immigrants and people coming here and like it was just so crazy that like even today this day my ancestry, my name, like I am an autonomous blue collar working guy that says get fucked to everything. It's like in my blood to just like build shit and tell people to go fuck themselves and to just work. Like it was weird to see that, but to translate that to what we were talking about with Dr. Mike Tremont, like even my family that came here, my family had to provide value, and that was literally with their body. They didn't get fucking government handouts. And not that let's be honest, if I find out that one of my families jumped the border, I can't be mad at them. And I'm not going to shame them. I'm just saying that like there are people that actually cut their teeth in this country and literally built. My grandparents and my family that got here built the world with their bare hands. They built the world that people walk on. Like I think they do have a different inheritance to this land than others. But this is the long course of history, right? What we're describing, this immigration pattern and system. And we've shown on the program, and I will say it till I die, go watch Immigration by Gumballs.
Old
And
video.
Old video, 10 years old. This dude worked at the UN, used all the UN numbers, and go watch it for yourself. It's just math.
The answer is if you
It
come
doesn't
from
fucking work.
well,
Immigration
it doesn't work at all. But if you come from a country that is
If it's to solve poverty and problems and like we need to industrialize the world is the answer.
Sure.
But I'm sorry, Dave. Go ahead.
Well, no, it's just if you want to if you are coming here because our country's better, first of all. But secondly, I'm not saying this like it's easy, but you need to make your country better. Like that's the only answer. Like,
well, how do you get a better country, David? Have freedom? No,
you have to
introduce
fight for it. Like it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bloody. It's gonna be a mess.
Why would you fight for it when like the United States can just like send a Black Hawk helicopter, black out the whole country, and assassinate a president in the middle of the night?
Well, here's the thing, though, right? If we do let people just come here because our country's better than theirs, what are we doing to the other countries around us? We're not forcing their hand. We're not telling them you need to make your country better. So what ends up happening? The problem exponentially gets worse because all the time their country gets worse because no one will fight to make it better because they just come here.
And all the best of them come here. David, that's it. I changed my stance on globalism. I'm now an imperialist, David. America's main priority is to globalize the entire world and make it America.
Get her up doesn't love my get the illegal people out of here plan, but
does he pee sitting down? Did we answer that one, bud?
I don't know. I've never watched
I love this guy. This guy's been roasting us for like a year every fucking day. Gee, dude, I love. He's good sport about it. You know what's funny is I think like we actually agree on some shit, and then other shit we're just like so far off from each other. It's awesome. it's so awesome. Apple, orange, grapes. You know, we're all fruits.
Ryan, in other things that are unsurprising, just like nothing's going to happen with the Clintons, by the way. The Justice Department has withdrawn its request for arrest warrants against Don Lemon and the other protesters who stormed into a church in St. Paul after a federal judge declined to sign them.
That was the other day we played when he recorded himself going in there, and we're like, "What are you doing this for?" And they're like, "Say your name."
The people.
This is a house of God. It was like a movie. It's like a fucking. What was the Blair Witch Project where it's shot through like a handheld camera or some shit? Like, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. The problem is the ever hopeful people on the right who still believe that anything's going to happen are saying, "Well, this is because
Trump's not coming for our guns, David." Clearly.
Well, no, they're just holding off on this because they're just going to let it be a grand jury indictment, and it'll be way easier that way, I guess. I don't know. This is the theory that I'm hearing. But people at some point just have to come to the realization that everything you were hoping was going to happen, and I know we're only a year in, but everything you were hoping was going to happen in this term of Trump, right? Lame duck Trump. Like, what other reason do you have to not just go fucking ballistic? Is not going to happen. The Clintons aren't getting arrested. Don Lemon's not getting arrested. We're not.
If he were to reverse course right now, it'd be the biggest flip on tyranny in human history. Like Trump went so far the other way of what he said he was going to do that for him to flip this around would be a bigger turnaround than the thing he originally was going to turn around.
Course we're asking this. Yeah, it's getting flipped.
Yeah,
the course is flipped.
Yeah, we're asking the guy that was going to flip the horse to like flip the horse even more, and we entrusted him to do it, and he didn't do it, and now we're thinking that he's going to do it, but he didn't do it. Super majority gave him the biggest wave, second most elected guy in human history,
behind Biden's very fraudulent election.
Definitely not stolen by Russian media ads.
Totally not. Biden was so much more popular than Obama. It's just such a ridiculous. Ryan, we are
Black Barack, handsome Obama, super smart, articulate, Yale graduate lawyer, top of his class. Definitely more electable.
Yeah, nobody liked that guy.
Joe Biden, definitely more electable. Well, they hated Trump. Really, dude?
Yeah, that's what it was. They really hated Trump, but they really loved McCain. Yeah, they were super big McCain fans.
Super big McCain.
No, they loved.
Well,
they
more
loved
people voted because it was easier. You're fucking proving the point. Dave and I get a rope. I don't know if you've heard this take. It should be harder to vote. Just for the record.
Ryan, do you want to talk about it being 85 seconds to midnight?
Is that the last thing for the day?
Well, I don't. That depends. That depends if you want it to be the last thing, because I do have 2 clips that we could get into or we could save because they're kind of like Friday show clips.
No, fuck that. We'll do 85 seconds because it'd probably take 95 seconds to talk about it.
That's it. I'm just leading you into it.
Oh, well, David and
they
I,
moved it.
interesting,
It's 85
interesting
seconds
enough.
midnight.
I don't know where the fuck I heard it from, but I put it in ChatGPT. I was like, did we move closer to midnight on the world scale? I was like, it was moved on January, whatever, it was like the 18th or 26th or whatever the fuck it was. And yeah, it said it moved to 85 seconds to midnight, which is the closest it's ever been. Before this, I think it was 89 seconds, which I'm not going to get hung up on time. People older than me understand this better than I do because it really wasn't a frame of relevance when we were growing up, David and I at least. I was born in 1991. The Soviet Union fell shortly after my birth in November of 1991. So the Cold War basically came over when I was conceived and came into this world. But during that Cold War, I think it was even a little bit before the end of World War II, probably when they invented the nuclear missile. But that there was a clock about how close they were to midnight, midnight being when either some kind of apocalypse or, non-natural disaster, something triggered by humans like a nuclear war and fallout. I've heard that AI also has moved the scale a couple seconds. So I'm not going to get hung up on it. I don't really necessarily think that it's a point of contention. For all I know, the actual system and the metrics and the measuring system, as well as the people. This was the climate change debate, right? It's not the idea that you plan on having a thermostat for the earth and like setting everything as this is how it's supposed to be. It's who gets to decide the standard. That's more important than the actual standard. So I say all that to say I don't know who's in charge of this seconds to midnight. It could be politicized. It could be fucking corporatized. It could be Mark Zuckerberg or world. I don't know. Could be one of these tyrannical. I don't really care. But it is worth mentioning because it is technically the closest humanity's ever been to the brink of destruction in the eyes of the intelligentsia or political positions of power since 1950 or some shit. So I also use Common Core time track, David. So 85 seconds for those playing at home doesn't count because there's only 60 seconds in a minute, so it's an unusable measurement of time, David.
Well, I feel like that's not, because it would just be it's just
No, Common Core. We only use 60s.
But it's a minute 25.
No.
But
Nope,
it's like
60s.
It's like saying a 14-month baby.
Nope, then you say 1 minute and 20 seconds. 25 seconds.
But they want to say 85 seconds.
I don't care, Dave. They're not educated like I am in the
So
streets.
is your big beef with their prediction that they did not say 1 minute 25 seconds?
My big beef with the prediction is it's not that you have a standard, but who gets to set the standard. And for all I know, they're political, they're corporatized, or they're fucking tyrannical.
Oh, of course.
So yeah. But I basically said that I think we're just telling people that it's the closest we've ever been to apocalypse, apparently. So that's really why it's mentionable. But
is it a fair
I'm not putting
assessment?
stock in it because I don't know. It's like climate change. How it's not that the Earth has a certain temperature. It's not that I don't think that the Earth is heating up or cooling down. It's like who is going to set the thermostat? Who gets to be in control of the thermostat of the Earth? Who's in control of the time of the?
Let me ask 2 things. Well, one thing and then maybe another thing, depending on your answer. Do you think apocalypse at some point in the history of the world is inevitable?
Well, depending on who you ask, 9/11 was apocalypse day, David. I kind of caught a Tate clip earlier, so I guess maybe it's semantics because it's stuck in my head because he said it. But everybody forever has always thought that the world was going to end in their time.
But
I think it's
not
human
even in your
nature.
time,
People will
1,000
always
years
see
from now.
revelation.
1,000 years from now.
You think
10,000 years from now?
Do I think that now is a more dangerous time than what could potentially happen in 10,000 years?
No, just in general. Do you think at any point in ever is an apocalypse going to happen?
I think it's more likely.
It doesn't matter. Like
I think it's more likely.
Explodes.
Yeah. I think it's more likely that an apocalypse happens in our life than any other time in human history. If we're talking mass, like everything's fucking fucked. Yeah.
I guess my point is
short of the bubonic plague, right? Like name another time and the world wars. We have the world wars of bubonic plague, basically, is where my mind's going in the last, you know what I mean? And then just war and famine. But like if we're talking centralized events of like that I would call apocalyptic events, it would be those.
I guess my thing is, if the apocalypse hasn't happened, and at some
What makes
point
you think it's going to happen now?
maybe you could go that route, or if at some point it is bound to happen, like you're always going to be, I guess no matter what, you're always going to be closer to the apocalypse than you ever were because it never happened. So at some point you're always moving closer to the apocalypse. So it's almost like the most meaningless measurement because now it's just this like I feel like it's 85 seconds and somebody else.
Well, now I
pick a
feel like we
time,
got to
like,
look
who
up the
cares?
history of the doomsday clock to see why they even made it. Because I think there's only 3 dots, so it like goes from 15 to nothing. So like, who set it up? Why it was set up? What's the metric? When did it start? And what was the first measurement? Like, was the first measurement at 18 seconds? And now we're 15 seconds past.
Yeah, who's the first guy to be like, yeah, we're 10 minutes away from midnight?
Yeah, I mean, you're basically boiling geopolitics and economics and GDP and history, religion, politics, and art down to a fucking clock.
So apparently, here's the origins. The clock was created in 1947 by the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists, a group founded in 1945 by scientists involved in the Manhattan Project. Figures
So it's
like
like a
Albert
byproduct of
Einstein
Oppenheimer.
and Oppenheimer, yes. They aimed to educate the public about the dangers of nuclear weapons and advocates for international controls of atomic energy.
So this is what they made after they dropped the atomic bombs, and they were like,
which is kind of
we
fucked
just
up.
killed
It's like
millions of people.
Yeah,
and
they almost started the nuclear apocalypse, and then we're like, shit, we're really close
Shit,
to the
we fucked
nuclear
up.
apocalypse we just started.
Oppenheimer, in the movie Oppenheimer, they play heavy on that because Oppenheimer was kind of like a egocentric prick, and people actually like be like, dude, you were the one pushing for this, and now you're the one saying that we should be scared of it. Like you were fucking
Well,
the man.
you can't tell me he didn't expect the result. Like he was the one who built it.
Oh, well, him and Einstein, there's a thing, David, that when they dropped the nuclear missiles, they did not actually know if nuclear fission would stop or fusion, whatever. They did not know.
There was a point in time they thought that would have just like Japan would still be exploding.
Well, it would explode and there'd be no atmosphere and we'd all be fucking dead.
Sure.
Probably, it would have happened within minutes. But yeah, they didn't know if it would just continue on the chain of nuclear fission and it would just literally burn up all the nuclear atomic energy in the fucking. So it would just fry everything and then we get zapped by the sun and fucking die. And they still dropped the fucking bomb.
Man, they really hate the Japs.
Kill the fish heads.
It might kill everybody, but at least the Japs will
Japanese.
be gone.
At least the Japs are gone. Goddamn pinks.
The iconic clock image first
Our grandparents were fucking savages, dude.
First appeared on the cover of the June 1947 issue of the Bulletin magazine's Transitioning from a Newsletter. It was designed by artist Martel Langsdorff, wife of the I thought that name sounded familiar. That's the wife of Alexander Langsdorff, who was part of the Manhattan Project. Who set it at
big inside club here. So all the people that made all the stuff are making all the stuff to tell me about the stuff they made. That's fucking.
Well, here's the best part.
Trust the science. You mean the egocentrism that is fucking modern science?
The original person set it at 7 minutes, purely for aesthetic reasons. It looked good to her eye. This is why women they didn't build the world, because it was like the most willy-nilly. It was a feeling.
Parthenon will look all right over there.
She asked her husband like 100 times, "Do you think it looks better here or at 7 minutes?"
She's like 9 or 7,
like
6 or 7,
9.
6, 7.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Honey,
I don't care.
I hear it at the 6, 7 every day, dude.
I'm trying to build the world. I don't care.
Dude, I'm trying to split the atom. You're worried about what fucking time it is, dude.
He was just drunk, sick of her nagging. I think I'm just doing 7 minutes. Just shut the fuck up. I don't care. Fucking make it 40 seconds. I don't give a fuck.
Only fucks her doggy so he doesn't have to look at her. Like, just look at the clock that you made and shut the fuck up.
Initially focused solely on nuclear risks, especially the emerging U.S.-Soviet arms race. The clock's scope expanded over time. In 2007, climate change was explicitly added as a factor. More
Yes,
recently,
bitch.
it has incorporated threats like disruptive technologies, artificial intelligence, biotechnology, disinformation was added to the clock. Get
David, we
fucked.
are single-handedly responsible for changing the hours of the clock, David. Well,
Disinformation is part
we
of the
have
doomsday clock. Go fuck yourself.
David, we have directly shaven microseconds off of the doomsday clock with our program. Congratulations.
Fucking disinformation is crazy. Pandemics, jeez, that's weird. And geopolitical
Here's another one.
conflicts.
There's one coming out that's going to kill 75% of the population.
Of
It
course
kills
there is.
75%. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
well, yeah, the first one, I'm sure they'll have a really fast vaccine for it.
Operation Hyperdrive.
The time is set annually, typically announced in January by the Bulletin Science and Security Board.
The idea that
Experts
Dave
in
and
relevant
I
fields.
it talked COVID for like a whole year, and then we caught it casually. And then we're like, all right, there's some funny shit going on. And now I gotta hear about pandemics again, alternating clock times.
It had some pretty big. Oh, it's been up though. It's been up really high.
This is the closest it was ever was 89 seconds, if my fucking photographic memory's correct, David.
So 7 minutes and 47. 49, they made it 3 minutes. 53, they made it 2 minutes. 1960, it went back up to 7 minutes. 63, it went up to 12 minutes.
Oh, wow, your goodness.
91, it was at 17 minutes. I wonder whose wife thought that looked good.
Bill Clinton's.
2007, it was at 5 minutes. 15, 3 minutes. 17, 2 minutes. 18, 2 minutes. 2020, 100 seconds. 2023, 90 seconds. Are you ready, Ryan? 2025, I will say, to be fair, that's hardly a photographic memory. That was last year. It was 89 seconds.
Hardly photographic. I just looked at this thing one time earlier today, David.
yeah,
I
but it
saw the art. I fucking sped read on Wikipedia, and you're gonna dog me for photographic memory
I'm
of
just
a
saying that's
statistic from last year.
barely photographic.
Barely
Even
photographic.
I
saw
would
it for 30.
ballpark it close.
Dude, you can't even fucking remember 30 seconds ago with your photogenic eyeballs. Dude, you have extra things to see with and still don't remember as well as
Well,
I
that
do.
doesn't help your memory. The clock has moved forward closer
Says
to danger more
scientist,
often than
David.
backward.
Not seeing doesn't help your memory. Excuse
Yeah,
me.
I got to tell you, I can not see very well at all, right?
Not seeing. All right, I see.
Yeah, I
you, dude.
cannot see.
For the record, I was at the bookstore, and I always walk like the whole bookstore, even like all the aisles, just to look at all the books and shit sometimes. And I got into like politics and stuff, and then like history, and then Nazi history. I was like, oh, I wonder if I can buy Mein Kampf. So I started looking. You cannot buy Mein Kampf at the store.
If it's online, it's probably outrageously expensive. Do you remember forever
My
ago?
dad gave me. I have a copy, but while I was there, I was like, I'm gonna fucking flip through it, because there's literally a section called Nazi history in World War II. Like it's its own. The book about Operation Paperclip and the Nazis getting us to the moon is fucking right there. Like it's facing towards the aisle.
Ryan, you have a photographic memory. You might remember. I was talking about a book called Chaos, which is about Marilyn Manson and the CIA, and it's a whole thing.
That's
right?
yeah. That's
and
also
forever
in
ago,
the very same section. Yep.
The hardcover copy of that book, like a year ago when I wanted to buy it, was really expensive. I was like, "That's fuck crazy. There's no way I'm paying $200 for it." Right? I don't remember what it was, but it was something like that. And you said, "Just do it." I'm like, "Nah, I'm not doing it. It's crazy. I'll just buy a paperback. Who cares?" Even though I like hardcover. Well, I looked again. I'm like, you know what? I might just do it. Who cares? So I went back on. It's over $500 now for the hardcover. How the fuck is it that expensive?
Look up Carl Jung's Red Book. That book will go for like $450, $500 sometimes. Because it's like it's not like an average size book. It's like oblong. It's like 8.5 by like 12-inch paper and shit. 8.5 and 11 is a regular sheet of paper. This is probably like a 15 by 17-inch paper. The Red Book, for if you
244, 230.
Yeah, the Red Book by Carl Jung was actually written under his pseudonym, and it wasn't released until after his death because his family thought that it would ruin his legacy, because he basically talks about how he had metaphysical encounter with the man in red, which he assumed was the devil. People speculated that,
Ooh, that
and
appears to be
Yoon himself thought he may be having a psychosis. And during this encounter with the man with the red, he grabbed a revolver out of his bedroom drawer and put it up to the side of his head. And he was going to kill himself if he was going crazy, because he was in like some castle in like fucking Switzerland or some shit. And he was like up in the middle of the night and he was staring out at, oh my God, I'm getting goosebumps. You got to be
Yo,
here.
that's kind of
He's
wild.
he's on like the top of this castle, wherever the fuck it is, this ancient whatever, in the middle of the night. There's nothing. You know, you could probably just see because of the moon. And he said that he saw the man in red at the other side, like he's seen him in the distance walk to the castle where he was and come in his room. I'm getting such bad goosebumps. It's
What
fucking
the
making
fuck,
me
dude?
cold.
I am, dude.
I have
I got
four.
hair standing up now. That's crazy.
I have 4 layers on right now. I'm literally cold sweating. And he went into
freezing and
his room, right? And I mean, we're talking like shit's probably lit by candles, bro. Like he's probably got like there might not have been electricity in this castle or wherever the fuck. I gotta look this story up.
Were you looking for some history books, Ryan?
What?
Nazi history books? Of the rise and the fall of the Third Reich, Ryan.
Well, I have some World War II history books from a family member of mine. After he passed, I got his books, but they're all war books. But they didn't sell Mein Kampf. I have a copy. Not that my dad gave me it years ago, and we've had it in the family. It's just like a history relic or something. But yeah, the Man in Red and the Carl Jung story is fucking crazy. But
it was in the fertile field of Munich that Adolf Hitler got to start, Ryan.
Oh yeah, fertile field in Munich, huh? Like he was born there, or his parents fucked in a field in.
I think
or they're talking the actual like. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Hitler was ignorant of economics. Yeah, he was a socialist. Of course, he was. People get mad when you point out that he was a socialist. He was a socialist. Oh, he's right wing. He was a literal socialist.
The Nazi Party was the National Socialist Party of
quite literally
Germany.
in the name. Yeah.
You have misogyny?
Do you want?
Yeah, we'll rock them out, and then I have an announcement after this.
Okay.
I'm gay. I'm gay. I'm pregnant.
Okay, 2 things. The first one I'm just going to mention. Piers Morgan apparently broke his hip. So his wife came out and said that.
How did he break his hip?
He fell downstairs or something. Taking care of the bedridden Piers Morgan after breaking his hip has been, quote, the greatest test of their wedding vows. So sorry that it was inconvenient for you.
Dude, he's got to be a fucking asshole.
Oh, he's probably awful, yeah, to be fair.
He's got to be awful.
So I don't.
She's probably like, stop asking me questions because you can't ask somebody questions on your podcast. Like, just shut the fuck up, dude.
Whenever we play these clips, Ryan, I don't know who these people are. There's like a lot of time they're like streamers and whatever, and I don't know most of these people. I'm going to be honest. But Hassan Abbey, I don't know. I'm just guessing. I have a clip of his girlfriend literally in front of him, completely flirting with another guy. It's the most awkward, uncomfortable thing I've ever watched. I have to tell you, first of all, a couple things. I would never be in this situation, but if I ever was in this situation, this bitch is gone immediately, just to be clear. This is so fucking wild.
No, women are very sexual people.
Yeah. Oh, no, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
You know.
Yeah, I know too.
I mean, I don't know really, but I know. I heard about it.
Want to find out?
I mean, sure.
Okay. Anyways.
And then you touch him. Yeah,
fucking
that's
so
the dude on the left, right?
Yeah, Hassan, whatever. This is his girlfriend, and very clearly, he sits in the chair.
Yeah. She could have been in the middle, and that dude with the purple mic could have been next to homeboy. But I'm assuming that she got to decide where they all sat, like a good little girl. And also,
I don't know,
very interesting. If you look at the way he's dressed and looks compared to the way that guy dressed and looks, I'm not saying
You
That
are
a
saying.
handsome, chiseled jaw goes a long way, David. But one of those guys looks like a guy, and the other one doesn't.
I will say, I don't know
So
if this is
tired
more
of the
telling
male
of him
ideal
or her.
image getting fucking slandered in my country, in society, and in the world as a large. We did not get here by guys fucking cowtailing to anybody. Men's wives didn't fight wars for them. They didn't decide what to fucking do. They didn't. No. I am tired of it. I'm tired of it. Women have a place. Everybody has a place. But we got to stop acting like we're the same fucking thing. We want different things in the world. We do different things in the world. We expect different things in the world from each other, from the same sex. We expect you to treat men different than you treat your girlfriends.
I would hope so.
Well, women were told that men and women are the same thing and that you can be friends with a man, which may be true, but men can't be friends with girls,
I
which is
can
what I've always
assure
told.
everyone, I certainly don't treat Ryan and my girlfriend the same.
No, no, no. And once again, I believe that most of the times women are friends with men. I actually believe that. But the guy is only friends with you because he's trying to fuck you. So, yeah, that guy gets pegged, cucked, and is going to get left. So,
Real destiny path.
I think they like doing it. I know women that said, like, I'm going to peg all guys. Like, she likes pegging men, dominating them, and removing their manhood.
Well, I
I
can
think that's
assure you
what
she's
she
not going to
does.
peg all the guys.
Well, all of them but two, Dave.
Unless she's really, really strong, I guess.
She does lift a lot of fucking weight.
It did take 4 ICE agents to take down a male nurse, so I don't know. Maybe we're not as strong as we think we are, right?
I thought we were raising the standard for ICE agents to bench 375 pounds with one hand behind your back. Fucking cocksuckers, dude. I swear to God, I'm so shooting cops. If you think I'm going to go to a protest, watch you beat up people, and fucking then you're going to come after me, I'm shooting you too. Yes, I'm shooting you. Because you're going to shoot us regardless. You literally will come to my house and murder me in cold blood.
Well, if you post about
YouTube, for the record, I'm not
Gene
going to go out
Grant.
there and just shoot at cops at a protest. I don't want to get painted as unstable here. But if you think I'm just going to let you tyrannically stomp all over people and we're all going to be okay with this after a long time, I don't think that's going to keep happening. But you want a civil war, David. You said the governor said he's going to send it in and start a civil war. So this is exactly what you
Send in
guys
the
want.
National Guard. Fucking send them. See how this goes.
Where is it?
Can't wait to see
Minnesota?
how this plays out. Yeah.
You said Minnesota?
Yeah.
I will go. I will go down.
Which I think was also where Kyle Rittenhouse went, if I'm not
That's
mistaken.
kinda
So it was
weird.
the George Floyd
Weird.
protests, I think. Why is everything in Minnesota?
Weird. It's fucking weird, ain't it? You got another clip, or is that it?
No, the other thing was the Piers Morgan thing. And listen, I don't know. Like you can't do me a solid this time, right? Like my hip's broken. Can you fucking do the things you're supposed to do anyway?
Look,
Like what is he asking her to do realistically?
Yeah. All I'm going to say is just the fact that she has to be referenced as Piers Morgan's wife lets you know that she has not done anything in her life except ride on his back. So, like, make me a sandwich and shut the hell up.
And she had the balls.
I'm sorry that, like, this
she had
is
the
like
balls
fucking
to not
misogyny
take his name
nowadays.
when they got married. That's so fucking crazy.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck him. I fucking hated him. Oh, what a.
I got to tell you, that's a 100% deal breaker, dude. If I propose to somebody and they're like, "Yeah, but one stipulation, I'm not taking your name," but like, then no, then no is the answer.
I'm taking a life insurance policy on you and killing you on our honeymoon.
I can't wait for the midterms. We will not be on YouTube. Get her up. You're gonna have to go to Rumble because there's no way you'll watch us on YouTube when the midterms hit.
You know what's really great about killing her because she won't have my last name is that when the next girlfriend I have does a background check, there's no paper trail.
Just jokes.
They're just jokes. They're just jokes, folks. They're just jokes. I got a phone call one time from ECMC. They're like, "Are you mentally unstable?" I was like, "No." They're like, "Well, somebody called us." I was like, "I don't give a fuck." Somebody called you and said I'm going crazy. Who does that?
You just called me. Are you mentally unstable?
Yeah, You're calling a person that you don't know because it's your job and telling them that you're going to send a patrol car there because somebody said I'm going crazy.
Do you think that's really the best approach? If somebody truly was mentally unstable and you called them to tell them they were mentally unstable, how do you think
Like,
that's
hey,
going to shake out?
we're on our way to come pick you up, and if you hang up the phone, we're going to come anyways. I was like, go ahead.
I'm mentally unstable. How do you know I'm not going to kill myself? Is this
Yeah,
not the stupidest technique possible?
isn't it crazy? We're in America, and you can call and put me in a cage just because somebody said something.
Yeah, somebody.
No judge, no jury. A doctor can put me in a cage without saying anything. In America, where I have the right to free speech and a jury trial
In
and
some states, they could take your guns
cruel
away.
and unusual punishment. New York's
And
one of
Trump
those
pushed for
states.
that. Trump pushed for that. He pushed for
The
the
red
bump
flag
stock
laws.
ban.
Yes, he did it. Yes,
He
in
did.
16. Yes,
And
in
now
his
we got
first, yes, he did.
this guy, and
That was
he's
my
like, "Well,
first
you
fuck
shouldn't have
Trump
had a
video.
gun." So I don't know. Maybe
But Trump's got concealed carry. Oh, all of us have concealed carries.
for all the bragging Trump does about being great with the Second Amendment, he doesn't have a particularly good track record.
I literally doesn't
Even his
understand it.
own Supreme Court, and I say his Supreme Court because he had fucking got 3 of them put in.
Trump judges.
Even his own Supreme Court was like, "Yeah, the bump stock ban thing, you absolutely can't do."
Crazy. Real quick thing, quick announcement, and then we'll get out of here. I am not gay. That is all.
Oh, that's a weird announcement.
I've got hit on by 2 guys in 2 weeks. I don't know what energy I give off, but I don't suck dick. Also, more importantly, David and I have hit 100,000 views on Rumble. Not going to get up here and say it's because we're the greatest podcasters in human history.
You do say that.
I will say, well, we're the only podcast in human history, Dave, as far as I'm concerned. Dave and I, we always slap each other's high fives behind the pod. I tell him good job.
That's a weird way to put that.
Well, it's locker room banter. Dave and I always we always pump each other up off the scene. So this isn't to
No,
gloat
that's
about.
not. That's you're really not.
Pump it up.
You're not
So,
beating the charges here.
beating off the bush.
You're-
Beating the berries off the bush. So I'm not going to get up here and grandstand and say we're the greatest thing ever. I will say thank you to everybody. The numbers don't really matter. Dave and I, we always say this. We shot before I shot my car. Like it was just about conversation, having fun, laughing about this stuff. That's why half of this is jokes YouTube. Watching my citizens,
This is just
fellow
like public
citizens.
therapy.
Yeah, and everybody get fucked up by the government and then get bent over a table and fucked and tagged. Like at some point you gotta make jokes. So it's just cool. I love that we kind of got our own little thing going. I think Dave and I, we do a good job, but most importantly, I just appreciate everybody tuning in. The one time I told Dave this, that there was more people that watched our podcast than fit in the stadium that the Buffalo Bills play in. And that was like at like 69,000 or whatever. And that was like a surreal feeling of like, wow, more people like if you and I were to go talk, and I know these are all collective views, but the imagery is powerful, right? That like our audience that has seen us wouldn't fit in a stadium in the place that I grew up in. There is not a building big enough to house the audience that Dave and I have cultivated, and that's only because of the people that tune in every day. I used to say, if you like the video, share the video, and then the algorithm took over, but it was always about the people. Dave and I, I've always said, I'll do this in public. I'll do it broke. I have, but for not seeing real monetary wealth from this program, when Dave texted me the other day that we hit over the 6-figure views with censorship on a third-party app that was told that it's nothing.
Mhm.
It doesn't say anything about Dave and I as much as it says about the people that tune in for the program. Because you are literally breaking the matrix. Like Tate says, the matrix. No, dude, you guys are fucking. You're changing algorithms. You're changing companies' scopes. You're changing how freedom is viewed.
Well, this is really important too because Rumble.
So that's not just 100,000 views. That's 100,000 fuck YouTubes.
Rumble is launching their version of Shorts super soon, like within a month.
That's 100,000 fuck YouTubes. That's what that is. We have 22,000 views on YouTube, so it's not like we're not like we don't. That's no. They literally targeted us and said we talk about it because it's a joke now.
Well,
But
in the platform,
imagine
YouTube is like 10 times the size of Rumble or whatever.
yeah.
it is.
So yeah, and we got 100 grand on Rumble. So tell me how we're not monetizable. We have a monetizable technically 100,000. You can monetize 100,000. You can monetize 10,000 people. We were told, oh, nobody. We almost thought for a minute when we started that it was the podcast wasn't good enough. It wasn't the quality. It was the swear words. Nah, dude, it's targeted.
Well, it's
and
it was the platform.
It's a
We
platform,
were on the wrong platform.
and we can't. And we're not bitching. We're not bitching. We're just showing you that like you can change the world. Like you literally change. You can change anything you want. That was the whole point of the pod. But 100,000 views, I can't even fit that amount of people. I can't fit you people in an arena. That in the place I grew up in. Thank you. Dave and I thank you. And David, I thank you the most. As always, Dave Ryan, December 1773. Catch us on Rumble on our quest to 1 million views. As always, David, I appreciate you the most. And I'll see everybody very soon. I can't wait to be a millionaire viewer.
Isn't a million like Buffalo and the surrounding towns?
A million people would be all of Erie County. There's 980,000.
Wow, that's pretty big.
So it'd be pretty dope to have more people view our program than the county I grew up in. Would be awesome.
Well, then we have to make it happen.
I'll see you guys. Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Ryan.